Hey, I'm back. I know it's been a long time. As you can tell by just the overall look of it, got a new camera, got a new lens. I'll put the details down below if you want to know what I've been using. I'm really happy with what I got. I've been testing it out a little bit. So this will be my first video with this new camera, new lens. So I'm really excited, and new lighting because I got a glam core. Shout out to Benefit. Welcome back to the initiative. I know it's been a long time, but I've just been really stuck lately. I don't know what to post and I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Also, I'm very focused on just, you know, creating content on Instagram and TikTok. So YouTube is very much an afterthought, but I don't want it to be, which is why I invested in some more stuff to motivate me some more on, you know, creating more YouTube content. Ooh, let me shut this off. I don't know if that's gonna make a difference. Not really. I'm just really happy to be back. Today we're just gonna, you know, catch up, get ready with me because I have to go to dinner very soon. So I'm gonna show y'all my everyday makeup look. So this is the makeup look that I do when I'm going outside, when I'm just doing, you know, doing anything. If I'm running errands, if I'm going to school, well, I'm not in school anymore, but this would be my back to school makeup, you know, to a meeting or something. If I gotta go to an event and I don't want to look crazy, I want to look nice, presentable, just cute, very, like, overall, just a cute, standard makeup look. This is the look that I'm gonna go for. I'm going to quickly go through my eyebrows. Like, this routine that I've been using has been like the easiest routine I've ever done, ever. You already know. Got to be glue. I always use this on my eyebrows. I'm gonna take my hair gel and I'm gonna go through my eyebrow hairs with this. Got my got to be glue and we're going to just brush this through. Do not mind the scar that I have here. It's like scabbing because I was tweezing my eyebrows. I guess I tweezed too hard. Don't do it. I don't recommend.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So we're just gonna brush through this gel through my eyebrow hairs, get it nice and laid down on my face because I don't like having my eyebrows like all unruly and stuff. So yeah, this is how I do my eyebrows. I've been growing them out since I was like, I think like 15. I've been growing them out, only cleaning them if I ever went to go get them threaded when I was a teenager. But now at my big age, I'm 23 now. Yesterday was my birthday. Well, today's the 24th. I don't know when this is gonna be uploaded, but on the 23rd, I turned 23. Yes, it's my golden year. Woo! I've been growing out my eyebrow hairs since I was like 15. It's been a long time. So as you can see, they're pretty thick. I've been changing the shape throughout the years, playing around with the shape, trying to figure out what looks best on my face shape and what I feel the most comfortable with. I very much prefer the thick side, but I do sometimes wish I had thin eyebrows just because I know that you have like so much more eye space to work on like looks with. So I've seen so many people thin out their eyebrows over the years and I'm like, oh, I wish I could do that. But I spent so much time growing out my eyebrows, so it's just not happening. Basically, what I'm just doing is I'm brushing the hairs upwards like this. I'm gonna keep grabbing just a little bit more. I'm not going too hard with the glue because you can go very overboard with this. So I'm just going to just brush them upwards, and then when I get to the tail, I brush them to the side just to elongate them. And once you feel like you've got them laid down onto the skin and they're not poking out when you look to the side, that means like you're doing a good job. Well, if you're following my eyebrow routine, that means you're doing a good job. So I lay them a little bit flatter with the cap of this brow pencil. And then I just push them to the side or around the tail, and then you just keep laying them flat. Push them downwards like that, so they have like a little slant on the side. I'm just gonna remove the excess glue that I have on my skin because it does kind of mess with the concealer that you're gonna put down, or like whatever foundation you're gonna put down to clean them up. Now that you feel like your eyebrows are done, nice and laid down, we're gonna put some concealer. I have been using the Kosas concealer, the Revealer concealer. It's like a serum type of concealer. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's very dewy and I love it. It's very nice and natural, so if you have dry skin, this is going to be your best friend. I'm using the shade 6 because I like to brighten underneath my eyebrow a little bit, and I'm using this brush, and this is a Gavisi Beauty GV18 brush. It's a flat brush like this, and it's perfect. It is my treasure. It is like this is like, it's too good. It's too good. Okay. All right. So, I'm just going to put a little bit on my hand because I use my hand as a palette. So like all the makeup goes here. I'm going to age terribly around this area because I use so much makeup there. We're gonna just take some concealer on this brush on both sides of the brush. And then we are going to just carefully line underneath the eyebrow. So, very much kind of like a cut crease on your eyebrows. So I'm just tracing underneath like so, and I'm getting towards the front, and I'm applying less pressure on the brush when we go this way. I'm just gonna drag the product downwards, and this is very much my everyday brow routine. It is just, I don't know why, but it just looks better when I clean it up. Okay. So once that product's on, just drag it downwards. And then you could also blend it out with this brush by patting the product, or you could just use your finger like this. So much cleaner, as you can see. It just looks a lot better. Now I'm going to use my skin tint that I'm going to use all over the face. I'm going to use that on top, just clean it up on top right around the tail area. I'm just going to just do a little bloop like that. Just beautiful. And then just getting right on top right here too. That's how I do my eyebrows. I'm gonna fix the tail right here because as you can see, I have like a little hair there that is just stubborn as hell and will not go in place. We are going to put on my skin tint. I would put sunscreen on, but it is nighttime, so I'm not going to use that. But if I was going to use sunscreen, I would use either this one or this one. These are both really good and they do not leave flashback, so I really like it. This one is very fragrant, so if you do not like fragrance in your stuff, please stay away from this one. This one is less fragrant, but it does have a scent to it, so if that bothers you as well, I don't know. A lot of sunscreen has fragrance in it, so it's really a wishy-washy place to find the right sunscreen. There you go. I also like this one. However, this one tends to mess with my foundation, concealer, base products. It kind of cakes up the product, so you might want to stay away from this one. Maybe use it around your neck area. That will make, you know, that will help you out in the neck area. But on the face, not sure. But today I'm not going to do any of that. I'm not going to use any sunscreen because it's nighttime. But somebody will probably come and be like, you have to use sunscreen at night too. I'm sorry. I'm just not gonna do it. Also because I cannot find my sunscreen. So that's my other excuse. Instead, I'm just going to use a moisturizing primer and just, you know, create this dewy skin effect. I use the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint. This is in the shade 11. This is like my perfect shade right now. I don't have a tan. If I had a tan, I would be 12 or 13, but I am the shade 11 right now, and this is just my perfect shade. It blends in so nicely. It's a very lightweight product. I really enjoy this product a lot, especially because this is my everyday look, so I tend to go with less product on the face because I wear a mask. So wearing too much around the mask area might be a little, you know, counterproductive because it's all gonna rub off on the mask. So If you are wearing a mask, if you're not wearing a mask, this will be perfectly fine for you. The makeup won't go away. But if you are, try to use less product right here where the mask lays down. So that's what I do. But if you're not like me, don't worry about it. I like to blend out my any type of base product with a kabuki brush. So I'm going to use this Real Techniques kabuki brush. This is just like a flat top one. And I'm just going to use circular motions first. I don't need to spot conceal today because I do not have that many, you know, blemishes. But when I do have blemishes, like around here, I would. But since I'm wearing a mask today, I'm not gonna put anything there. But this is only just to, you know, leave a nice filter on the face, like a fake one, you know what I mean, with makeup. And this is my filter with the skin tint. It is very nice. It makes my skin look better. It just, you know, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, you know, how everybody says, oh, it looks like my skin but better. But this actually looks like my skin but better. Now we are going to conceal. And this is the most important part for me because this gives me the most coverage in my base products. Oh my God, I had a hair in my nose, sorry. Okay, so this is going to leave me with the most coverage for my base. So I use this on my under eyes and around my nose area, but like I said, I am wearing a mask, so I'm not going to put too much there. But this is just because when I take off my mask, I don't have that much redness, because I do get red because I just get irritated. All right, so this is how I apply my concealer in like 3 little stripes. It just works for me. I applied the last stripe upwards just to lift the face a little bit. I'm gonna put some concealer around my nose area, just a little bit on where I get a little red, and then just, you know, just put like, you know, a little bit where I might need a little bit more coverage. But otherwise, yeah, this is pretty much how I put concealer. I don't apply too much because it can get cakey. So this, by applying less, it leaves my skin less cakey. I don't know if that will help you out, but I found that this technique really helps with like less cakiness. So the brush that I'm using is a Sigma F64. Beautiful, beautiful concealer brush. I don't know, it's just really, really good. So what I do is I just tap the concealer. I don't, you know, swipe back and forth like how I did my foundation. I don't do circular motions. I tap because I want this concealer to be placed right where I, you know, swiped it on. I don't want it to move anywhere else. I want it to be placed right where I put it on. So this just, you know, helps with the placement, this like brush technique. So definitely recommend doing that. Really, really love this concealer. It's just like a really nice natural finish. It really, really has nice coverage, so I really do enjoy using this. Now that your concealer is blended, you can add some more concealer if you need it. However, I don't. I feel like this is a pretty good coverage for my under eyes because I do have dark circles, and this really helps, like, you know, subside the darkness of my dark circles. Now we're going to move on to bronzer, and I use cream bronzer. It just looks the most natural, and I feel like using powder kind of, I don't know how to explain it. Okay, so I have been using the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, and this is in the shade Bronzed Belle. I'm just gonna put it right there. I started placing my bronzer higher than my cheekbone. It just looks better when it's blended out. Okay, so I'm going to use this like slanted, like domed brush, and I'm just going to pat this on and blend it like so. And so this isn't going to have, like, you know, that much depth as like a serious cream contouring technique. This just leaves like a shadow on that side of my face, and it doesn't really leave, like, you know, a contour, but it just leaves a shadow and kind of creates a little bit of depth to my cheekbone. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like it doesn't do that much, but it does enough. It does what it's supposed to do, you know what I mean? But this product is pretty buildable, so if you do want that really chiseled look, definitely, you know, apply some more. I apply it with my finger. Easiest way to do it. I'm gonna just add more just so you can see like how it look. And I pat it because, like I said, I want to where I placed it to stay in place. I don't want it to like move around or anything. And we're going to just blend out the forehead contour because you guys know I have a pretty big dome, so you know, gotta give it a shadow, you know what I mean? Make it look a little smaller. Now that that's done, we're gonna move on to blush. And so I have two options I can use blush for. I can use this Rituel de Feel Color Nectar Pigment Balm, and this is a really dewy cream blush. It's very beautiful. They have tons of shades and they're really nice. So definitely recommend this if you're going for like that really dewy glass skin type of blush look. But if you are looking for more pigment and more of like that really like blush look, I would suggest the Rare Beauty liquid blush. This is the Liquid Touch blush or something like that. This is in the shade Lucky. Really good. I actually have two shades of this Rare Beauty blush. I'm going to go with a more neutral blush since this is very pink, like super pink. This one is in the shade Love. It's pretty good. I'm going to place this right where I placed the bronzer, so it could be a nice blend of like concealer, blush, bronzer. So I'm gonna put it like right on top of the cheekbone. I'm not gonna put too much. This is literally enough. You do not need you don't need to swipe it. You just need one little punch of that. I'm telling you, it goes a long way. And it lasts really long because this is super long lasting. It lasts the whole day. This is a Morphe E63. This just places the blush really nicely. And once that's on, blended out, we're going to go back in with the concealer brush and just kind of just pat over top of the blush. And I'm gonna swipe on my arm every time I do it. Alright, and once that is on, as you can see, I'm all blushed up and I'm all bronzed up, and you know, so the cream products are on. Now I'm going to start setting my face, and I set this very strategically. I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm going to use this Sigma F35. It's a tapered highlighter brush, but I like to use this to set my looks. So we're going to use this powder on this brush, and I'm going to make sure that I have zero creasing underneath the eye. So as you can see when I look up, I have some creasing going on. So I'm going to just quickly blend this out with my concealer brush that I blended out my concealer with earlier. And just pressing this powder right onto the under eye. And only underneath the eye. So I'm really just like getting right there. And so what you can do now that you've set your under eyes, you can set around this area since, you know, you're wearing a mask like me. And I'm just going to set like very lightly everywhere that I place makeup on that I know might move when I put on my mask. So like right here as well. But very lightly. I'm not setting crazily because I still want that like dewiness to my face. So I'm not setting like everywhere, especially the high points of my face where the light catches it. And now that that's on, just to, you know, add some more shaping to my face, I'm going to take powder, contour, and bronzer. And this is the Noon palette from Midas Cosmetics. I'm going to take the bronzer and contour shade and mix them. And I'm just going to lightly just pat right on top of where I contoured earlier, and just do a nice dusting of that. I'm gonna add this little extra step just because, and I'm gonna add some of this cream blush that I told you guys about. I'm gonna add a little bit of that, just a tiny bit, with my finger. Finishing touches of the face. Just going to do this. And boom, that is it. I'm done with the face now. Now I'm going to work on the eyes. Take some of the skin tint that I used. I'm gonna take a little bit on the eyes, and I'm gonna use that as like my primer. This just leaves a nice, you know, natural base to the eye look that I will do. I'm going to take a little bit of powder and just, you know, do a nice dusting of this powder on top of what I just put on, just to have a nice matte base. We're going to start doing like a nice dusting of eyeshadow, and this is not going to be super duper crazy. It's just going to be like a really nice dusting of this eyeshadow, like literally nothing crazy. So I'm going to use a shade that will contour my eye kind of, and just leave like a nice little wash of like something like a shadow, just to like create like a nice shadow on my eye. So I'm going to mix these two shades from the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. I'm going to mix these two and just create this like really neutral brown shade to just leave a nice natural contour to my eye. So I'm going to leave it right on the eye socket, like really in the crease of my eye socket, so like right in there. I'm gonna use circular motions just to blend this out. Literally, it looks like nothing's on, but there's something there. And that's the whole point of like natural everyday makeup, because you want to look like, you know, you don't have makeup on. And this is very much the makeup that I do when I don't want to like look like that. Okay, so this is gonna be a really nice and quick eyeliner look. So this is a Huda Beauty Life Liner Quick and Easy, and this is a really tiny felt tip brush. Actually, I think it's like an ink tip, but we're gonna do a very small but like long wing. This just like makes my eyes look like fierce, and just do a nice little wing. So I'm going to extend from right here and just swipe like that, like a really nice swipe, and then we're going to connect it like that, and then I'm going to make it just a tiny bit thicker like that, and then I'm going to fill it in. And so this is just gonna leave a nice little like elongated effect on your eye, because I didn't put a lot in the inner part of my eye, but I will like start to stamp like a tiny tight line, basically tight line with this liner. And so I'm just going to stamp this eyeliner right where my eyelash is growing. Very thin, as you can see. This is just like what I used to do in high school, so except I do it a lot better. So this is what I would use when I would go to school. This would be my everyday eyeliner look, and it's very simple, very, you know, clean, nothing too crazy. There's no graphic liner, but it does take some time to learn, so definitely practice if you're a beginner. I will do an updated eyeliner tutorial on how I do like a nice, you know, wing like this. But I do have a tutorial on that right now on my channel, but I would definitely update that. But as you can see, I swipe to the side instead of upwards. I just go like this, and I swipe to the side because, as you can see, it doesn't go in the fold of my eye. Like you can see that fold right there, it doesn't go inside there. So when I open my eyes, you can still see the wing, and when I look straight, you can still see the wing. When I look down, you can still see the wing, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just gonna fill that in. So if you've messed up at any point in time, like while doing this, you can just take some concealer on the flat brush that I use to clean up my eyebrows, and just clean up like right underneath there. So I'm gonna like, you know, purposely mess up a little bit. So So I'm going to make a little dot right there. As you can see, I kind of messed up on purpose, just to show you how easy it is to clean this up. I'm going to take some concealer, like the concealer that I used, or you can use the skin tint that you use, but it won't have that much, you know, cleaning up power. I'm going to take a concealer that's my skin tone instead of the one that I use underneath my eyes, and this is just going to have like much more coverage to clean up that black liner instead of using the skin tint that you use on your face. This will just match this a little bit better. And you don't want to brighten where you messed up because that just like emphasizes it even more. So what we're gonna do is just like do like I like this brush because you can just stamp this on. So what I'm gonna do is literally that. I'm gonna stamp this right there, and then just do a nice little side to side motion, pat a little bit, use the other side of the brush, and just keep doing that. And then what I like to do, my favorite part, because as you can see it's like a little drag line there, I'm just gonna take my finger and just swipe that away, and boom, and just wipe it away. All right, so as you can see, got this eyeliner going on. Very, very, you know, very easy. They're not even at all. Like this one's a little messed up and this one is a lot thinner. It's okay, I'm not gonna mess with it. You know why? Because I don't have time for that. So we're gonna jump into mascara. And so this is my favorite part just because I like to layer on mascara. It's my favorite thing to do. It just makes everything look better. This is the Pat McGrath Fetish Size Mascara, and then I'm going to use the They're Real Benefit Mascara, and this, you know, elongates lashes very, very nicely. And so this is for volumizing. I like to layer on the mascara just because it just looks a lot better like that. I'm going to just start brushing my eyelashes upwards and then like pushing them to the side like this, like inside, and then pushing them outwards. And do not worry if you mess up on top because we're gonna clean that up right after. Do not worry about that. Just worry about getting your eyelashes as dark and long as possible with this mascara so far. Yeah, so just worry about that. And so once you've got that mascara on, look at the difference, like wow. I'm gonna use the They're Real mascara, and this is going to further separate and elongate the lashes as well. And I'm gonna blink while I do it too. You kind of squint my eye. And boom, look at that. Look at the material, like wow. We're going to remove all that excess. I'm gonna use the same spoolie that I used on my eyebrows earlier. And this is what I'm going to use to like just get rid of all those little squabbles that we just did. Scratch them away. Like so. And they're clean as it can be. All right, mascara's on, and I'm gonna let that, you know, the little squabbles just dry out a little bit. Yeah, you have the option to put eyelashes on. In my opinion, I will not, because I just worked really hard on doing the mascara for this look, so I'm not doing that. I'm just not. Like, simply no words. Anyways, so as you can see, my eyes look just like open, but still sultry at the same time. And this is the look that I like to do when I'm going out for anything. It just looks really presentable and still looking really innocent and doll eye. Nothing too dramatic, nothing too crazy, nothing too editorial. Just simple, clean cut, and just boom. You know, you look like you can go out and drink, go out and party, or you can go to a business meeting too with this look. It's very, very simple. I've used this look for literally everything, interviews, and it's, you know, it's nothing too crazy, nothing that, you know, they can be like, ugh, don't wear that. You know, it's very simple, not too crazy, but yeah. And what you can do now that you've cleaned up your eyelids, you can take a nice bright peachy color or whatever is like nude to you, and just, you know, pat it on top of where you messed up, like all the little mascara boo-boos, and just pat over it, just to brighten that area up a little bit, because you may have like smudged it a bunch, but it's okay, you know, nothing too crazy and nothing like super noticeable as well. Like, it's very much, you know, easy to disguise.
I wear disguise.
Oh, you're going to wear a disguise.
See?
So let's see. So I'm gonna take what I used to deepen up my eyebrow, my eye crease, my creases in my eye, the crease in my eye, just to deepen. I'm going to use what I used to deepen up the crease earlier and just use it again, just go in like a nice little wash of color over top one more time. You know, you could also bring it outwards and blow it outwards just to match the cat eye you just did, and then just, you know, do a nice little just wash. It just leaves like a little warmth, a little life to the eyelid. So now that we're, you know, we're about to go out, about to put our mask on, we don't want lipstick or lip gloss or any lip liner color coming off on the mask, because that's just gross, and your mask is now not reusable. You got to put on a new one. So if you're trying to save your mask, just don't put any lip product. Use some Blistex until you can go to the bathroom and, you know, reapply the lip product. And this is the lip product I would use, and this is my everyday lip product, and this is the Clarins Lip Comfort Oil. It's a lip oil. This is in the shade Candy number 4, and so this is just, you know, a lip gloss. It's very nice, very comfortable, not sticky because it is an oil, but the finish is like a lip gloss. It leaves a nice little pink tint, like a pinkish tint, but nothing too crazy, you know. It's not like hot pink, it's just like a nice natural like candy pink, but it just leaves your lips looking a lot more like juicy, and, you know, adds to like that youthful natural face products that we use, the like dewiness of the face product. It just like matches along with everything that we just did. So yeah. What else you can do to make this, you know, look a little bit more natural and dewy is add this product. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops, and I just put like a little bit of this on my finger and just warm it up on the fingers and just pat right on the high points of the face, and it just leaves like a nice little dew to your face, a nice little natural glow. Nothing too crazy, but just, you know, like a nice sheen, like a nice little like, oh, like I'm a nice glowing, you know, person. I don't know what I'm saying. And so this is the look that I'm usually, you know, wearing. Very, very natural. You can't, you know, it looks like I'm not wearing makeup. It looks like I'm not wearing makeup at all because I'm not wearing that much makeup. That's the whole point of natural, you know, makeup. If you are trying to, you know, cover up blemishes or acne scarring, definitely, of course, you know, add spot concealing to this routine. So I would add this spot concealing portion right before you add on the skin tint, just so you can have coverage underneath the skin tint. You could also do spot concealing right after the skin tint just to, you know, give it a little bit more coverage. So now I'm going to do my hair. Come back, close out this video. You did it. You finally, you know, got this, you know, natural makeup routine down. It's very, very simple, very easy, and I highly recommend if you wanted to, you know, do a natural look. So yeah, I'll see you in a few. Okay, so that is the final look. This is what my hair is looking like. I'm too lazy to do it right now. I'm probably just gonna like put it up in a clip anyways, but yeah, that is my natural everyday makeup look. that I do for any little thing that I have to do outside. If I'm wearing a mask, this is the makeup that I would wear. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments down below what you want to see next for me. If you want to see a certain makeup technique, if you want to learn something, if you want me to just do a get ready with me. Let me know in the comments down below. I would really appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up if you would like to, and subscribe and join the initiative. Become an Avenger. If you're a returning Avenger, shout out to you for sticking around to the end of this video. And if you're a new Avenger, shout out for sticking around as well, because like, wow, you're a new Avenger and you're already like interested in joining the initiative. That's really crazy. Like I'm surprised. Really surprised. Anyways, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Don't forget, join the initiative. Bye.